A very good morning if you've just tuned in, and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast show here on SABC3. This is eXpresso. I must say it's a beautiful day in the mother city, and today we'll be discovering wool and where it comes from. We have a fifth generation sheep farmer, George Kingwell, in studio, or should I say outside, with sheep shearer George, as well as a rather unusual fluffy celebrity guest who has volunteered to lose his wool or her wool. George, good morning and welcome. Jeff, good morning. And our celebrity guest, what's her name?
No. Name is George.
No, her name.
Oh,
we need to give her a name.
Bar.
Bar.
Yeah, okay.
Jeff, very interesting about wool and where it comes from. We all know it comes from sheep, but we don't know the whole process. What happens after George has sheared the sheep, where to then?
Well, it gets packed up on the farm. It first gets classed into type so that it can be used, packed up, and then it goes through to a scouring process. So it first gets washed, then you get it nice and white. Then the next process is a top making, where it's made into what we call tops.
Yeah.
From there, you go to the spinning process, and then finally to weaving the cloth. And I think most retailers or customers know it from there onwards.
Into
obviously
whatever you're
in a garment after that, yeah.
Now, George, you can shear a sheep in 6 minutes. Do you want to start and we can time you? I know world record is just under 3 minutes a sheep. You shearing, there's two methods. You can shear with a blade or with the electric method. You're going to shear with a blade
I'm going to shear with a blade.
Okay. Go ahead, George. Where do you start? Talk us through the process.
Start shearing on the belly, but we already shown the belly because it's too short.
Yes.
Now I'm going to shear the
I must say the sheep looks very calm.
Yes.
I was expecting it to get really crazy this morning. How come it's so calm?
If you keep the sheep calm, comfortable, then you haven't got any problems.
Yeah. And how long does it take? I mean, this isn't a process. I mean, I can't just pick up a shearer and start shearing. Jeff?
No, you've got to be. It's a skill. You're actually an artisan, and it's practice and training. And how long? Your first course is a couple of weeks, but after that you just get better and better.
George, how long have you been shearing for?
I started shearing on 1982. I'm getting my first course on the farm of Hansen in Stegstrom.
And this doesn't hurt the sheep at all?
Not at all.
Even the way he's positioned the sheep?
No, she's comfortable. It's the pressure points that he uses just to keep her comfortable, so that, as George said, he doesn't want her to kick or anything like that. Yeah.
Now, there's different sheep. I mean, this is a merino, obviously.
Correct.
For wool. The Dorpers are for meat.
Yes.
And I heard you can't shear a black sheep.
Well,
what about black sheep?
No, you can shear a black sheep.
But you don't use the wool for anything.
In other countries where they have natural black sheep, they actually use that wool for undyed applications and so on. But we don't want it. You want white wool, because from white you can get all colours. So if you've got dark wool, then you're limited. You can't get the pastel shades and so on. So we want the wool to be as white as possible.
And some of the challenges that face sheep farmers in South Africa?
The climate is always going to be one, but climate change is obviously something that we've got to think about, how it's going to affect us. We're not sure how it's going to affect us. In the Karoo, where I come from, fracking is a big thing on our horizon, and general land use issues. How land redistribution is going to take place, if it's going to be commercial farmers that are going to be established or communal farmers. Communal farmers are not likely to produce wool, they're more likely to produce meat and so on. So, well, the word's not really communal, but it's subsistence farmers.
Yeah.
If you get new commercial entrants, they're likely to be into wool. So I think those are the issues. And then we have quite a lot of problems with stock theft and predation as well. So those are the challenges. But yeah, farming will always be a challenge, but we do it because we love it.
Well, Jeff and George, we're going to come back to you in a couple of minutes. We're meeting our celebrity guests now in the meantime, and we're going to keep timing George with his sheep shearing this morning. We're also going to find out how to look after any of your wool garments as well. So stay with us here on eXpresso. Time to cook with the youngsters now.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.